Without our meditation practice, the nature of all phenomena, samsara, nirvana, is pure by itself. Because of that, it is said, all the sentient beings has the Buddha nature, the mind of the enlightenment. The Buddha nature, or the nature of the enlightenment, is permeated towards all samsara and nirvana. No difference in that. Since we are confused to perceive that, it becomes samsara in our mental level, in our perception. In our perception, to say that, in our perception, it becomes, so because we are fail to recognize that mode of abiding. See, the element of the reality, so it becomes samsara. So samsara does not exist in the outside. Samsara is because where there is fail to recognize nature of the reality, then that becomes samsara. So therefore, we individually becomes very important to work on, to see that nature, and to make effort to recognize that. This is basic the philosophy of the nature of the enlightenment. There's a lot to study on this. So much, no. Here, openness, we say. Openness is no inner obscurations. The mind free from all the boundaries. See, a limitless mind. That is the nature we have it. But we are, it's just difficult to see it, no? That is like this morning when we meditate, reciting Ahum, at the end of Ahum dissolving into emptiness, when we meditate there in that state, when the Hum is dissolved into nothing, and then when we watch there exists. Is there something exist? So when we dissolve all into Hum, and Hum dissolve into nothing, isn't it? Into emptiness, something like that. And then when you, in that state, when you look at, watch that state, is there something to hold on? You don't see that, isn't it? Yet everything manifests from there. So we have failed to recognize that. So to realize that state, the mind is such a great subject which manifests everything into that state, into that mandala, and dissolve into that state. So that, say, Vajrayana practice becomes very, very effective on this. Vajrayana practice is especially involved about the mind. It shows the vastness, the vastness of the nature of the mind, and the profundity nature of the mind. explains us all the manifestation, the emanation of the mind. So therefore, what we in the Vajrayana practice, a lot of visualizations there. Sometimes difficult to comprehend because the complexity of that. And our mind is already complicated, very tricky, It doesn't go where we want to. It doesn't stay that way we want to sit. It goes its own way. Very arrogant, very complex, and then it's kind of sometimes fascinating, isn't it? It's something, it's a material you can make a shape through, by different things, or you can as a tight on some kind of place, and that we cannot do that. If we say go to the east, it will go to the west, So to train that mind, Vajrayana practice becomes very effective, important, if we could do it. Sometimes difficult, because our mind is so habitualized in this, which brings all the undesirable conditions, cause. That. So these meditation practices allow us to train. It's called taming the mind, workable mind, usable mind. So like watching breath is also one method. So mind goes always out, isn't it? When you watch the mind. Goes there, you bring back here, it's good. It's like a mice, isn't it? It goes all the corner, You direct from there, it goes out. So you need a cage,
I have a heart trap.
So this our meditation practices method is like a cage, to bring this mind into one place. So, then rest and feed well. The meditation is a food to feed. Give the meditation. Say now, don't sit here. Just be with that. Okay. Now here we have visualizations, and if it is not so familiar, we don't worry about that so much. Basically, as I mentioned, our concept is just be here and develop all the altruistic thought, receive the blessings of all the enlightened beings, oneself, meditate, just we purified all these obscurations, and light radiate to all the sentient beings, purify them, develop great compassion. So first we do those things. If we cannot see the visualization detail, so we don't need to worry about that. And those who can do it, do as it is explained. So there's stages there. Anyway, we'll read that visualization briefly. From the all-pervading openness of that state of the mandala of the mind, rise a lotus flower with a mundis seed upon this throne, so that lotus on which there's a throne, as a mundis is the throne. is a seat. Okay. In the lotus posture, oneself is seated in the body of Chenresik. Chenresik, as you see the picture in the front, forearm, white color is Chenresik. It's called the Buddha of the compassion. Okay. Who is white in color with 4 arms. 4 arms symbolizes the 4 activities. And 2 upper hands are joined at the heart, holding the wish-fulfilling gem, wish-granting jewel, which symbolizes the great compassion, unconditional great compassion, which grants us all our wishes. So compassion is such a great mind. As I mentioned, it's not an idiot compassion, but a mind of the openness, gentleness, full of wisdom, flexible, fearlessness, confidence. So that mind is more than a wish-fulfilling jewel. So that we can achieve through our own meditation practice. We cannot buy from any other places. We may have hundreds and thousands of wish-fulfilling jewels, but we cannot buy this mind, that precious mind. But we can achieve individually in our own mind. It's much easier to get it by developing within our own mind. Okay. Then the lower right hand holds a crystal rosary, and the lower left hand holds the lotus flower. Lotus flower symbolizes the wisdom. Chenresik is clad in the sacred silken robes and wearing the precious 500 crown. 500 crown wearing on the head symbolizes the 5 wisdom. So Chenresik is embodiment of 5 wisdom with great compassion. And other ornaments, different necklaces. This form is Sambhokaya. So there are 3 bodies: Sambhokaya, Nirmanakaya, and Dharmakaya. So Sambhokaya is a complete enjoyment body. Like our historical Buddha Shakyamuni is called Nirmanakaya Buddha. Buddha with the crowns, wearing silks and ornaments, is called Sambhokaya. Enlightenment state without form is called Dharmakaya. Bearing all the auspicious signs of the Buddha, so it's a perfection of the physical body. Then in the heart center of Chenresik is a mundisk. In the heart center, we are as Chenresik in our heart center level. Heart center means at the level of the heart, there's a mundisk inside, horizontal, with the letter Shri standing in the center, a white Shri, the syllable standing in the center, around which the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum circles clockwise. When you recite the mantra rotate clockwise. Light radiates from the mantra and is offered to the Buddhas and bodhisattvas and the Buddhas. So that light from the heart emanate and manifest to all the direction, make offering to all the Buddhas and bodhisattvas in all the 10 directions of great enlightened beings. And then the blessings of compassion and wisdom return from the Buddhas in the form of light, which is observed into oneself. And from all the 10 directions, the light of wisdom, compassion, qualities, purification, received by oneself. All the body, speech, and mental obscurations are purified, fully purified. So we think they're left in the form of dark liquid color or smoky color, like that, left, fully left, and we're fully purified, meditate. So this is called sending, is also purifying, out. Not sending, is getting rid of now. Okay. Again, compassionate light radiates from the heart mantra, dispelling or maybe purifying the suffering and the ignorance of all sentient beings of the 6 realms, who are then transformed into Chenrezig, the great compassionate one. All sentient beings are saying the mantra together at the same time. So then from our heart, since we are fully purified by receiving all the enlightened beings' qualities, great qualities, and then from us, we from our heart, the heart of the wisdom, compassion, radiate in the form of light to all the 10 directions and the sentient beings who are suffering through their ignorance, confusion, negative karma, fully purified. So this is giving, sending, fully purified, and they are suffering, cause of suffering, ignorance, completely purified, and they become that enlightened being. Okay? And we rejoice on that, feel happy about that, and practice. And again, appreciate to yourself, rejoice yourself. So how great this kind of meditation I got. So how fortunate I am to take this kind of time and do this practice. It's just meditate on this and while reciting mantra. And we should wish all sentient beings get this kind of opportunity, chance. So Omani Peme Hong, see, Omani Peme Hong is the wisdom, compassion. And it through this meditation practice purifies. It's the name of this Chenrezig, Chenrezig name, the jewel wisdom, the jewel lotus, the wisdom, compassion, name of Chenrezig. Chenrezig achieve enlightenment through practicing that. So that is the essence of the Chenrezig, essence of the our Lord Deshwara. So now when we practice this, we can become Chenrezig. We can become our Lord Deshwara. So practicing in this state. So that's called Vajrayana practice, so skillful. Means at this very ordinary state, we manifest through this instruction into the enlightened state and practice that. We may forget, but should bring back again and again. Practice this. So repeating mantra as many times as we can. Then at the end of the session, we conclude this way: all the outer and inner phenomena dissolves into oneself, who then dissolve into the light which becomes non-dual with all-pervading openness. Rest the mind in its natural state for some time. One appears again as a Chenrezig. So now, then after reciting the mantra some time, then we stay in a silent. All the sentient beings who become Chenrezig dissolve melt into light. That all light dissolve into us, and we ourselves transform into light, and that light gradually disappear. And meditate. Similar this morning when we did Om Ahong, meditate. Just relax, rest there. Without pushing, rejecting, fighting with thoughts. If thought comes, don't touch with that thought. Let it go. Just the thought comes from nowhere, it goes to nowhere. So meditate on that. And then if we cannot meditate in this state long enough, if thought comes one after another, cannot handle, like a bubble comes from the water or waves. Then you again become back to Cheresik. And again you can meditate there. See, Cheresik, not a substantial body, a non-substantial body. Meditate on that. Visible, yet no substance. Like a rainbow. So you can see the rainbow, but you cannot touch. Can you touch rainbow? Or something like that, kind of meditate. And then see all sentient beings as a Cheresik. And at the end, we do this dedication prayer. See? Dedication of virtues. By this virtue, means through these kind of meditation practices, whatever virtue, merit we have accumulated, created, by that power, may I quickly realize Cheresik, the enlightened being, the nature of compassion, wisdom. And may all sentient beings, without exception, attain the glorious stage of Cheresik. May they also achieve enlightenment. May the most precious and excellent mind of enlightenment arise where it is unborn, means this mind of enlightenment, the bodhisattva, may arise to all the sentient beings who don't have it. Where it is born, may it not decline, but may it even increase to greater heights, means until they achieve enlightenment, that mind becomes stronger and stronger. The Dharma Lord, omniscient in all knowledge, the great Dikungpa, master of interdependent origination. So interdependent origination means who can understand, who aware all the distinctive causes and conditions. That wisdom is very profound. Not easy. May the teachings of Ranashiri flourish unceasingly through study, understanding, and meditation practice until end of samsara. Until end of samsara means until all the sentient beings are exhausted. Exhausted?
Well, there's two ways to say that.
All sentient beings are exhausted?
Exhausted in the samsara.
Exalted.
Exhausted.
No more.
No more left.
Some source been combusted.
Okay, now before we start, if you have any questions in this practice or through this morning, anything if you have. Yes, please.
What is idiot compassion?
Idiot compassion is like you just immediately feel something, like you feel something there, and those who are not doing quite right, they criticize them. As I mentioned, the great unconditional compassion is having embracing all in that mandala of the mind. Genuine great compassion to all sentient beings. See? Now, either compassion, you feel something there, but then there are some people make mistake there, and you criticize them, and you get upset very easily. There you give up. See?
So it's like feeling sorry for somebody.
That's right.
But as soon as they make a mistake.
That's right. It's just, yeah.
Is it better to have idiot compassion than no compassion?
Oh, sure. Yeah, start from idiot compassion. Yes.
Yeah, doesn't the real compassion that arises like out of meditation? It's not something you do. Why not?
Oh, it comes also from meditation. As when you meditate like this morning we did, meditate about like meditating all nature of samsara, impermanence, suffering of samsara. Just see total, nature of the samsara completely. And see, also we see the great support that we get from these sentient beings, and how they are obscured by the ignorance, afflicting emotions. So meditating that, and more feeling comes to the mind, experience comes to the mind. Yeah. And there, I think, more space developed in the mind. So more space there, then it's I think maybe less idiot compassion.
When we were talking about the 4 laws of changing the mind, sometimes I feel like my mind wants to crunch down and not understand that, it's like my ego doesn't want to understand it. Like if it does, it's going to have to give up too much. What do you do when you start feeling the mind crunch?
Oh, Sam. Just to say, your understanding and the action, the two comes. See, your understanding, you understand all those things. Now when you come to the action, then you say your ego involves there. So your intellectual, the intellectual says, oh, the samsara is this, that, So no essence, this. Then when you come to the action, your ego says, oh, this is too much, Wait a minute, you are going too far, So that time you more sit, practice in the mind, more investigate, more practice. See, that's why I say a lot of great teachers first they go to retreat. See, that comes from like that. Because the moment when you see these things intellectually and overwhelmed by the ego, you see, yeah. You are so overwhelmed. So, and then there comes the fear. Fear comes there. See. So we need to use on that now. See, that's called propensity. Now we need to develop the propensity. Now through the practice, more practice, then when we actualize your intellectual, when you actualize the intellectual side, then there's no hesitation to go forward. So therefore, so like this, need to make ready through the mind meditation practice. See? So there are also different, just for example, when great Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they talk about the like generosity practice. So when you do practice of generosity, so their teaching comes, so give your body to other, give your eyes to other, your hands to other, so in a very great way, and a kind of very so profoundly. But we are at this moment, we are not ready that now. See, even difficult to give small things. So they practice, people who have no any practice of generosity, so they practice give from right hand to left. So practice that from left to give right, like that, So then from there, give small things to other, which doesn't affect you. Then give little more and more and more. Then later, if you give your own body, there's no hesitation. Still you give joyfully. So with so kind of joy you give. So this now human body I got this lifetime becomes so useful. I got such a great opportunity to practice this. Otherwise, when I die, I have to live without choice. So what's use? Now at this time, I got opportunity to keep that. And this is my great spiritual journey to false enlightenment. So that comes, So this kind of practice like that.
When the intellectual starts influencing the actions, that's kind of like the start of renunciation. When you talk about renunciation not being, giving up clothes and
That's right,
not something painful. It's kind of a more natural process
That's right.
of the.
That's I can like idiot renunciation, First, so you feel so much. Oh yes, that's really. So you give up everything, When you left nothing, do you feel bad? Regret, Oh, I shouldn't give him there. So I need this. I need that. So this is like idiot renunciation.
Same.
Yeah.
I am always in a quandary when in Baltimore or Washington I'm approached by a beggar standing outside of a liquor store asking for $1 or for some change. And it's not that I begrudge $1 or some change, but I have a sense that I'm participating in the person's greater addiction. And if I don't give any money, I feel guilty about it. If I give any money in that situation, I feel guilty about that. So.
Now, if you give without investigation. Just may this become a cause this person free from suffering and all others, and this merit which we created, he and me, become a cause all sentient beings free from suffering. So like that. Just at that moment, you see it.
Khenpo, isn't it kind of like a two-part thing? Like there's my responsibility and the person's responsibility.
That's right.
And my responsibility is to give to a needy person, and that person's responsibility is to use my gift in the right way. But do I have responsibility? Do I have any responsibility how that person uses my gift?
In some cases, mention that. Say, you see also how that will be useful to that person. There's also in the giving, in the generosity practice teaching, there's a teaching is a impure way of giving and pure way of giving. See, impure way of giving, say, with the impure motivation, impure wealth, impure action, those things mentioned. Then impure, like say, for example, say like giving fire, say, investigate. If that fire, if the person is going to burn like forest, say don't give it. See, don't give that fire to him, that person. But if that fire is used for cooking purpose, because in the ancient time there's no electricity or there's no gas, so people go to the next door, they ask, can you give me some fire? If they don't have fire in their stove. So that time they like examine that way. If that person is going to really for use for cooking purpose, so give. And if not to say like to burn fire or house like that, so don't give. So money is, if you give money, it's really using for clothes, food, it's good to give. But it's using for something, say harm others, then maybe better not give. Because it's not, that person is not lack of food and clothes, A lot of beggars, they have a lack of food and clothes, They beg for food and clothes, see, not other thing else. But now we don't know.
Yeah, that was a problem in India when we were there, because there were some people that were, some of the beggars were obviously, professionals.
That's right, professional beggars.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they weren't hungry.
Yeah.
That happened to me, and it's just a little fun story. And I used to, at one job, and I had to take the metro, the train to get to work. And there were these professional beggars, and they would go around the different corners, and they came around back to me, and I recognized the man, that I had seen before, and I had nothing to offer him but my sandwich, and I said, oh, well, here, take my sandwich, and he was really embarrassed, because he was probably better off financially than I was, and I was offering him my sandwich.
But that's a difficult judgment to say that this person, in some
That's right.
situations you can say this is a professional thing.
That's right.
But other times
We don't know. We don't know. Because if we see the person often, we may, but mostly we don't see so often, because we are not there. So anyways, if we cannot see those clearly, so if we give something, just give estimation with pure motivation, dedicate, without expectation. Very good, I think. Then if we know clearly, then see what is the good way to do. As yesterday, we have studied and practiced some. So today too, first we appreciate so much that this kind of opportunity we got. Rejoice on that. This is very important to reinforce the opportunity, chance we got. Having this precious human life. Precious human life says, it's mentioned, say, all the opportunity we got here to study, practice, that's called precious human life. Through this precious human life, we have opportunity to free from entire samsara and achieve enlightenment that we cannot buy from any others. So we said we should consider this as a ship, boat, ship. Okay. When we have the ship, we should use to cross the ocean. If you don't use that, kind of what do you say?
No use.
No use. Doesn't make any sense. Whether you have or not have, no difference. No. So we should use that ship to cross the ocean. Similar, when we have this precious human life, use to cross the ocean of samsara, then it has been really said useful or beneficial to have this precious human life. Okay, that's okay now. Then we meditate on this impermanence of this human, generally of all phenomena, all matters, everything. Particularly this human life is so fragile. It's like a bubble in the water, very fragile. So just we depend on a short breath. If it goes and doesn't come back, so even we're healthy, doesn't matter. So just in a short breath, depend on that. So breath goes out, it doesn't come back. Okay? So that kind of fragile, we said. So Nagarjuna said, it's amazing, he said, we get opportunity, chance to go to sleep and get up in the morning. It's so amazing that we breathe out and then get chance to breathe in, because life is more fragile than the bubbles. Let's see. In our mind, we may have this kind of concept, I'm healthy, I'm all right, I can do anything, I can run, do this, that. But in reality, that's the nature. So these are just, we need to meditate, not just intellectualize, bring in the mind, feel that. The suffering of samsara, these things, and cause and effect, karma and result. Karma and result is the mode of abiding of nature of all phenomena. It's not a belief system, as we see now, as we studied. If it is just a belief system, then in reality it does not exist. By reality it not exist, but we create something and believe that, so the karma result. So in that case, it's better not believe karma. See, why we should make burden ourselves. But since that is the not case, it's a mode of abiding, whether we believe or don't believe, we understand or not understand, karma, works that way. See, every action we put, physically, mentally, verbally, it becomes a cause to bring an effect. All the effects what we're experiencing comes from the cause. So that's just see that. One of the most important subject, and very complicated subject, complex subject. I just briefly touch in these subjects, okay? Then today we'll practice more about like bodhicitta, even though we did yesterday some, but more focus on this. Bodhicitta is based on compassion, love, and wisdom. See, in the bodhicitta, there is a practice. So the ultimate bodhicitta and the relative bodhicitta. So these are now mind training. So mind training means we study and meditate on that. That's called mind training, or Tonglen can say. Tonglen, as yesterday, we little bit study about that. So Tonglen, so in Tibetan, Tong means to send or release, get rid of, and Len means to accept, to take, to progress, in. So there, so as we studied, there are different stages way that we can explain. So there are so many stages. See, to, for instance, let's say releasing all our obscurations, mental afflicting emotions. This is called releasing, and accepting. So accept to achieve enlightenment. Accept the nature of the mode of abiding of all phenomena, like karma and result. Accept those, because by denying that, we won't get anywhere. So accept that kind of the inevitable causes, conditions. Accept that. Then sending good thoughts to others through love and compassion. Sending those. Taking the responsibility towards enlightenment. So, I will take the responsibility to achieve enlightenment, to free from entire samsara for the benefit of all sentient beings. So like taking, assenting, taking, like those. Taking responsibility to all the sentient beings, free those from the confusion. So these are, sometimes we may think it's a big responsibility, but it's a very wise responsibility. So that kind of practice. In that practice, as I mentioned now, there's a practice of to free from all the obscurations, dualities.